In Prolog, program logic is expressed in terms of relations and a computation is initiated by running a query over these relations. Relations and queries are constructed using terms, which is Prolog single data type. Relations are defined by clauses when you give a query. Prolog attempts to find if the query is true or false. As we said before, term is Prolog single data type. A term can either be atoms, numbers, variables, or compound terms. An atom is a general-purpose name with no inherent meanings. Some examples of an atom are Y, red, burrito. A number can be a float or an integer. Variables are strings consistent of letters, numbers, and underscore characters. They begin with an uppercase letter or the underscore. A compound term is composed of an atom, which is called a functor, and a number of arguments, which are terms. Compound terms are ordinarily written as a functor followed by a comma, separated list of arguments terms, which are in parentheses. The number of arguments is called the term's arity. An example of a compound term is car year, BMW 2000 in parentheses. Compound terms have two special cases. A list is an ordered collection of terms. Strings are a sequence of characters in codes. Prolog programs describe relations defined by clauses. There are two types of clauses, facts and rules. A rule has this form: head, dash, body. This is read as head is true if body is true. Clauses with empty bodies are called facts. Facts are used to state things that are unconditionally true of some situation of interest. An example of a fact is cat Tom, which is the same with the rule cat Tom dash true. Given this fact, someone can ask, is Tom a cat? By writing dash cat and in parentheses Tom, and Prolog program will answer yes. Prolog, as a general purpose language, provides various built-in predicates to perform routine activities like input-output, using graphics and communicating with the operating system. A collection of facts and rules is called a knowledge base or a database, and Prolog programming is all about writing knowledge bases. A Prolog program is used by posing queries. You pose queries by asking questions about the information which is stored in the database. When we ask a query and it has more than one possible answer, then Prolog will return the first answer and ask you what to do. If you press semicolon, Prolog will search for another answer. If you press full stop, Prolog will stop searching. Here are some examples about Prolog. To represent that John is the father of Pete, you write father and in parentheses John, Pete. To ask who is the father of Pete, we write father and in parentheses x, Pete, and Prolog answers x equals to John. Another example is father in parentheses Pete, John, and father in parentheses Pete, Mary. We can ask the question who are the children of Pete by writing father and in parentheses Pete, x. This query has two possible answers, so when Prolog gives the first answer x equals to John, we press semicolon and Prolog gives another answer x equals Mary. The last example is father and in parentheses Pete, John, father parentheses Pete, Mary, and we also have the query simplings and in parentheses x, y, dash father and in parentheses z, x, father and in parentheses z, y. The last line is read as X is a sibling of Y, providing that there is a Z that is the father of X and Z is also the father of Y. We can ask who are the siblings of Mary by writing sibling and in parentheses Mary, X, and Prolog gives us these answers. X equals to John, semicolon, X equals to Mary. Mary is considered a sibling of Mary because X and Y are siblings if they have the same father. SWI Prolog offers a comprehensive free software Prolog environment, licensed under the lesser GNU Public Licensor. Its development started in 1987 and has been driven by the needs for real-world applications. These days, SWI Prolog is widely used in research and education as well as for commercial applications. Sistus Prolog is an industrial-strength Prolog environment from the Swedish Institute of Computer Science. Sistus is built around a high-performance Prolog engine that can use the full virtual memory space. Sistus Prolog is efficient and robust for large amounts of data and large applications. GNU Prolog is a free Prolog compiler with constraint solving over finite domains developed by Daniel Diaz. GNU Prolog is like GCC with C-source. It accepts Prolog plus constraint programs and produces native binaries, executables. Besides this, GNU Prolog offers a classical interactive interpreter with a debugger. Prolog, that stands for Yet Another Prolog, is a high-performance Prolog compiler developed at the University of Bordeaux and the University of Rio de Janeiro. It has been developed since 1985 and follows the Edinburgh tradition and is compatible with the ISO Prolog and with sys Prolog. Its Prolog engine is based in the Warren Abstract Machine. The original version was written in assembly C and Prolog, but later emulators supported the VAX, Spark, and MIPS architecture. Child Prolog is available under GNU license developed at the University of Polytechnica of Madrid. It offers a complete Prolog system supporting ISO Prolog, and its design allows restricting and extending the language. Strawberry Prolog is being developed in the Institute of Mathematics and Informatics of the Bulgarian Academy of Science. This Prolog compiler is part from the Artificial Intelligence project and is especially designed for education. It works with the operating system Windows Vista and XP and Unix Linux. Thank you for watching us.